Hey everybody, Will Fix here. Today's video, we'll look at the market conditions, and then I want to show a little clip that kind of shows proof, and then want to explain the private ledger sales and dispel the belief that private ledger sales are secret sales that bypass affecting the XRP price. That is a false narrative, and so that's part of what we're going to do today is get rid of that narrative. And if you haven't checked my x.com page, I did a post this morning that explains that. Give that a shot. Check it out for me. Now let's get started. All right, let's take a look at our watch list. My watch list anyway. Bitcoin, 51,078. Ethereum's at 2934. You can see all these are kind of on the down. XRP, 53 cents. ICP, $12.33. By the way, ICP every time I pee. All right, CAS is at 16 and 37. HBAR is at 11 cents. XLM, 11 and a half cents. Algo is at 18.67. Quant, 102.86. LUNC is at 00012. Jasmy's holding above a penny at 13.42. XDC at 4 cents. Casper at 30, but still 3.9, almost 4 cents. And CTF is at 34 cents. It's dropped. If that's something you're interested in, I guess it's a good time to get it. Okay, so check this out. I found this on Digital Asset Investors page. I'm using it for a different point than what he's making, but check it out.
And you have also mentioned about the blockchain system. My question is, it's going to be integrated, let me say so, on the existing blockchain, or you guys are thinking about some outstanding system in regards of digital?
Yeah, it's a great question. So basically, the technology that we're creating for the digital lari is a private blockchain, but it's based on the technology used in the public blockchain. So the public blockchain that we use is called the XRP Ledger. It's a publicly available open source blockchain technology. And what we do for each country we're working with, we create a new private version. So you can only use the blockchain if you are permissioned to do so. So we've got, the advantage of that is the XRP Ledger technology is proven. It has been processing billions of transactions. But central banks like to have things a little bit more private. So we have created a private version. So it's a little bit of a hybrid to answer your question.
But definitely it's absolutely independent platform, which is specifically performed for each project where you evaluate.
Yes, yeah, exactly right.
Of course, a ledger is a book or other collection of financial accounts of a particular type, the total balance of the purchases ledger. And that's all private is talking about is the transactions. It's not talking about private sales. The only reason I point that out is there are many people that think private ledger means there's sales going on of XRP that means they're selling, but it's not part of the same XRP that we're a part of. So we're kind of being shafted because all that extra XRP that's being sold isn't even counting because it's all privately sold. That's not what that means at all. So I want to dispel that. I would like everybody to know that's not the way it works. It never worked that way, and that's ridiculous. So let's not entertain that anymore. The private ledger part is just the transactions instead of public ledger. A country doesn't want all their transactions being public record. So the only thing that's private is the actual ledger. The purchase is the same XRP anybody else buys, and it affects XRP just like when you buy some on an exchange. So there's zero difference otherwise. I just wanted to make that distinction clear because I still see people complaining about private ledger sales as if, the other is true. Well, it's not, okay? And so he kind of points out what the private ledger part is about, and that's why I wanted to go over the definition.
And what we do for each country we're working with, we create a new private version. So you can only use the blockchain if you are permissioned to do so. So the advantage of that is the XRP Ledger technology is proven. It has been processing billions of transactions. But central banks like to have things a little bit more private. So we have created a private version. So it's a little bit of a hybrid to answer your.
Here's the post I put up this morning concerning the XRP Private Ledger sales. The XRP Private Ledger sales do not bypass the normal XRP sales. Let's dispel this false narrative that suggests that us retail buyers are screwed by private ledger sales. I hear it all the time. People saying, yeah, but that's private ledger sales and that doesn't affect XRP. That is untrue. I need to add in here that it's not just for CBDCs. All private ledger sales do affect the XRP price. It's just as if someone purchased XRP on an exchange. So there isn't a situation where people buy XRP and it doesn't affect the price. In the context of XRP and Ripple discussing private ledgers for issuing central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, private ledger doesn't refer to a completely secret system. It has a specific meaning related to access and control. Instead of a public blockchain, it has limited access. Unlike public blockchains like Bitcoin, where anyone can participate, a private ledger for CBDCs would be permissioned. Only authorized participants, central banks, financial institutions would have access. Centralized control, unlike public blockchains with no central authority, a private ledger would likely have a central entity responsible for managing and governing the system. This could be the central bank or a consortium. Enhanced privacy. Transactions might not be publicly viewable, unlike public blockchains. This can be important for certain CBD functions, like protecting sensitive financial data. You would get faster transactions. Private ledger can offer faster transaction speeds compared to public blockchains due to fewer participants and simpler consensus mechanisms. Key points to remember: it's not a completely closed system. Authorized entities can still participate and access the information. It's not necessarily secret information, but access is controlled. The goal is to balance security, privacy, and efficiency for CBDC implementation. Additional notes: Ripple offers private ledger solutions like RippleNet, which could be used for CBDC purposes. The exact design and level of privateness would depend upon specific country needs and regulations. Now I'm going to go over an article that's one of the articles that's just written kind of incomplete that started, I believe, most of the narration that we hear about the CBDC currencies, or better even said, that the private ledger leaves us XRP holders out. In other words, that people believe that on the private ledger, people will buy XRP for a price and that it's private, and so it doesn't affect the price of XRP. And I see where they get that, but we're going to look at the very article that was. Now, at first, I'm going to read the article. Then I'm going to show the two sections that create the tension. Then we're going to pull it apart a little bit and see what it's really saying. So here's the article. Here's an article on Blockworks, and a misinterpretation of what's being said here has probably created most of the things that we hear about the private ledger in a negative sense. Let's look at the article. Ripple's new CBDC play has no direct need for XRP. Ripple's new CBDC platform comes 2 years after it announced a CBDC private ledger. Ripple is launching a platform dedicated to central bank digital currencies. The platform is a frictionless end-to-end solution that would allow central banks, financial institutions, and governments to explore and issue CBDCs. According to a press release, users can holistically manage and customize the entire life cycle of fiat-based central bank digital currency transaction and distribution. Through the platform, the issuer of the CBDC will be able to manage the CBDC while the operator can utilize the distribution and settlement options, and the digital currency users can both pay and receive the CBDC. In 2021, Ripple announced a private ledger for CBDCs. At the time, Ripple said that XRP could be leveraged as a neutral bridge asset for frictionless valve movement between CBDCs and other currencies. Ripple built both its private ledger and the CBDC platform on the XRP ledger, and the private ledger is based on the XRPL but does not require XRP to operate. A Ripple spokesman told Blockworks in an email, "Central banks using the CBDC platform do not use or interact with XRP," they continued. As a trusted partner to several banks, we believe this platform will help solve problems for many central banks and governments who are devising plans and developing a technology strategy for CBDC implementations, Ripple's VP of CBDCs said. Ripple stated in 2021 that around 80% of countries were reportedly exploring CBDC. Recent reports suggest that this number has now increased to 90%. Outside of Ripple's ongoing legal battle with the SEC, the company has been actively engaged in mergers and acquisitions. On May 17th, it announced the acquisition of Medico for a sum of $250 million. That's the article. Now, let's talk about it. Here's the tension between these statements. First, this statement. In 2021, Ripple announced a private ledger for CBDCs. At the time, Ripple said that XRP could be leveraged as a neutral bridge asset for frictionless valve movement between CBDCs and other currencies. So there is the inclusion of XRP between CBDC currencies. Then this statement down here says the private ledger is based on XRPL but does not require XRP to operate. So it's not required, but it's not eliminated. XRPL can use several tokens on it. It can use several tokens on it, not just XRP. A Ripple spokesperson told Blockworks in an email, central banks using the CBDC platform do not use or interact with XRP, they continued. Yes, that's correct, technically correct. The CBDC, they're not going to interact with XRP. If they make a token that's based on XRP, they're not interacting with XRP, they're interacting with the CBDC. That is a statement to put a wall up between, as they're not meddling in the public ledger of XRP. That is not a statement saying XRP is not used at all. So the tension between those two statements, I can see where it's derived, because I would say this is poorly written, because it looks like it's indicating XRP is not even used, but that's not so. That would be ridiculous, by the way, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be completely ridiculous for XRPL to not use XRP? So you pull if they want to use XRP to make a new CBDC currency, they can. It would be inconsistent of supporting your own business to forbid XRP from being used. That is not forbidden. I know this video's been all over the place as far as where I'm recording from. I am a passenger, so I'm not driving and recording. So I hope that explains it. I believe I found the root cause of the misinformation, and I believe we've settled out the issue. And you can see XRP is a valid choice for a CBDC, but it's not the only choice when using XRPL. We're not left out if they pick XRP, and they're not selling XRP for CBDCs and leaving us out. So we've put that to rest, I hope. Anyway, if you like this kind of content, well, I think I got a tag on here that's going to say all that. So thank you for watching, and here's the end tag of my video today. Hey, thanks for watching today. I appreciate it. Hey, if you like this content, please give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.